Well, Capacit'e Infra is the first management on our show right now. They received an order worth over 600 crore rupees from the Surabhi Upadhyay Upliftment Trust in Mumbai's Bhindi Bazaar area. We have the contract which includes both core and shell works, as well as mechanical and electrical, plumbing and firefighting services. We are now joined by Subir Malhotra, who's the promoter and ED at Capacit'e Infraprojects. Thanks a lot, Subir, for joining in. Congratulations on this order win. The street needs to know a couple of things. One, by when do you execute this order? What are the kind of margins that you need, that you will be enjoying on an order like this? And thirdly, basis this order, what's the kind of target that you have for FY26? Not just this order, but all the others that you have as well. Because FY25, you missed your revenue growth guidance.
Good morning, and thanks to be back again. Yes, I'll answer the last one first. We finished last year with 2,400. I think that was quite in line with what we were expecting. We did almost a 23-24% growth last year. Coming back to this matter of the Surabhi Upadhyay Upliftment Trust, we are extremely thankful to the SBUT Trust for giving us the third order that we have from them. And you can very well imagine executing an order in a crowded, high-density area like Bhindi Bazaar requires some extreme skills of execution, which I'm sure we have displayed in the last two projects, that they have reposed trust in us for the third one. The timeline of this project is the standard 30-month project, and we intend to finish it well in time. We are already executing or in midway through their second project as we speak. The numbers as we speak, as the end of the day, quarter one, as far as an order book is concerned, has been very interesting. We've clocked orders of more than 1,200 crores, out of which SBUT, Indus, Raymond's, and not to forget the high-speed rail data center has been part of the orders that we've picked up in the quarter one. We have a look ahead of around about 3,600 crores in this year as a quarter, as an order intake. I don't see why we should not drop that order.
All right. Hi, Mr. Malhotra. Good morning and good to see you, Ben. Give us a few basic numbers first. Revenue growth for the year, if I got that correctly, you said it'll be more than 20%. Could you just reconfirm that number? One. Two, what kind of margins are you looking at? And your working capital days, though it cooled off a little bit from higher levels, I think it's still around 200 days. So where do you see that number stabilizing at? Three big numbers.
So, I would stick with the projections that we have been giving in the past. 20% is very well in line. We did that last year. I don't see why we should not be doing it this year also. Our order book dictates that we should do at least that. Number two, the working day capital is a very non-linear kind of a line to monitor, because when you're executing big mega EPC projects, such working day cycles may keep on going up and down depending on the nature and the kind of the job that you're executing in that particular part of the time frame that you're looking at. As far as the bottom line is concerned, we have always maintained that a 70% EBITDA at the end of the day is what we will look at on an annual basis. We have always maintained that. We have achieved that in the past. And I don't see any reason why we should not be doing that in the present.
What is that number, sir? I missed that. What is
13%.
That number?
13%. All right.
17%.
17% is what you can do. All right. Between FY25 and FY24, you were between 16 and 17%.
That's about where we are. Right?
Yes. What about, labor issues? I have to ask you this because a lot of the infra projects, infra companies that have come to us, they've said that order inflows, not big problem. Costs, we're somehow managing. We're holding on to our, margins. Labor is a challenge, and that affects our ability to execute. Are you facing that as well?
I think they have absolutely hit the nail on the head. Labor is an issue. Orders, thanks to how the environment is in the market today, I don't think order book picking is an issue. The only way that you get over that is that you get to technologies where your dependence on labor is less, like get the quality and system formworks that we have always banked upon. B, you get to some kind of labor retainership initiatives on which you can then see that at least the labor that you are picking on, banking on, holding on, and trying to increase is there. But as we speak, yes, that is a challenge that the industry faces.
And how insulated are you versus the others because of all the measures that you just spoke about?
Well, I would say that we are better insulated than them, but it affects all of us.
Got it. All right. Mr. Malhotra, if we could focus on a couple of projects. I want to focus on the MADA project and CITCO project. On the MADA project, I think you were to deliver the first 2 towers this month. You could correct me on that number with regard to the number of towers as well as the timeline. And on CITCO project, I think you were looking at delivering the first 2 locations somewhere in the first half of the year. So an update on both these 2 fronts.
Yes, so we are looking to deliver both the projects. The first tranche of the delivery should happen in the next month or 2.
Okay, all right. So it's working according to plan. Is that correct?
Absolutely. In both the cases, both the client as well as Capacit'e itself are strongly aligned to deliver the project within the next few months.
Okay, all right. And on the signature project, I believe you had started work on phase 1 and phase 2 was due as well. So how will this pan out?
So as per my last discussions with the client, phase 2 commences in September. And phase 1, I'm happy to report, we cast the raft yesterday.
Okay, all right. Just one more question from my end. How is the balance sheet looking with regard to the total debt? What is it currently in your books? And you could break it up for us. How much of it is short term?
I would like to say that our net debt to equity ratio over there is very well, stay around about 0.1 or 0.15, fluctuating as we move. And the short-term debt is very well under control, especially with the new measures which the government has also taken out. I see interest rates coming down drastically, or at least hitting us positively on the balance sheet as we speak.
You could apprise us of what the absolute number is and what your repayment plan is also, because you have order inflow targets and execution
targets. That's not exactly available on a per debt basis with me at the moment, because there are various debts which are to be repaid in various time frames as we speak.
Okay, all right. Very quickly, sir, before we let you go, the stock was of so much of interest a few years ago, and then it lost its way a bit. But going by what you're saying, it pretty much seems that you're quite confident. What would your message be to the investors? Because they have seen levels of more than 400, then the stock corrected, and now it's holding at around 330 rupees odd. So what would your message be to your shareholders?
I would say always remain confident.
Okay.
Are you confident at 330?
Undoubtedly, we are deeply vested with it.
Did you pick up some stake at lower levels?
No, that's not something I can answer on it.
Okay, all right. Good speaking to you, sir. Thanks a lot for joining in. We'll hold you at all these numbers and looking forward to chatting up with you in the time to come as well, maybe the end of your first quarter's numbers.
Thank you.